You know what really grinds my gears? Non technical founders who hire dev agencies. Yeah, this subject again. You know, I'm not talking about the good ones. There's like three good ones, but there's 150,000 bad ones. I'm talking about the slick, polished, budget, vacuuming, digital transformation partners who are built by design to not to get you the best result, but to maximize their billables while pretending they're your startup soulmate. So let's break this down. You're a non-technical founder. Maybe you're a teacher who's seen how broken the education system is and wants to fix it. Oh, God bless you. Or a nurse who's tired of watching patients fall through the cracks. Or a new parent who just wants to help other parents navigate the chaos of life without losing their minds. Or their kid's diaper bag. That's happened a few times. You're not trying to build the next Facebook. You want a working MVP that solves a real problem to test out the market. So naturally, the first thing you do is late night Google in bed, build my app. And suddenly, you're Alice down the rabbit hole of dev agencies with websites fancier than the Louvre, all promising enterprise grade innovation at startup speeds and other meaningless garbage that sounds smart, but says nothing. You hop on a call, bright eyed and hopeful, and explain your idea. And they all say, "This is amazing. We love your vision. We'll bring it to life." What they don't say is, "Hey, do you know what features actually need to go into an MVP? Do you have a product roadmap? What's your marketing plan? Have you done user interviews? Do you want something scalable and secure, extensible, or maybe we should just be duct taping a demo together?" Nope. That would be advising. And guess what? Advising you, the non-technical founder, is not profitable. Because here's the truth no agency will tell you. They are not in the business of building great products. They are in the business of selling hours, time, not outcomes. Why would they help you simplify your idea and launch something lightweight that gets real feedback fast when they can upsell you on a full custom backend solution built from scratch using a tech stack that only two people on earth can understand, conveniently, both of whom work for them at $100 an hour? You say, "Can't we use off-the-shelf tools for some of this?" And they say, "That wouldn't scale." You say, "Can we integrate with Stripe?" And they say, "We'd rather build a bespoke payment system, much more tailored for your particular needs." And what do you know? You don't know. Tailored means expensive, and expensive means profitable. Why would someone in the business say, "Hey, I just had an idea that will make you spend way less money with me"? They wouldn't. It would be like a restaurant telling you, "You know what? Don't buy the steak. The breast basket's free and will probably fill you up just fine." So they sell you steak with sides and truffle butter, even if you're a vegetarian. They build you a tower of fragile code, zero documentation, and a stack that looks fancy on LinkedIn but collapses the moment the user tries to upload a photo larger than 400 kilobytes. And when things break, they say, "Support isn't included after delivery. Your contract only covered phase one. This will require a new SOW. We can look into that, but it'll be at a change request." A change request? You mean fixing something you broke is a change request? And that's the absolute kicker. They call this a partnership. This isn't a partnership. This is the opposite of alignment. A real partner says, "You don't need that. It's a distraction." A dev agency says, "You need everything now." A real partner says, "Let's validate before we invest." By the way, that's a fractional CTO. A dev agency says, "Let's build all 20 features so your product looks impressive in screenshots." It's not that these agencies are deliberately trying to screw founders. They're not cartoon villains tying your startup to the train tracks. No, it's worse than that. It's the very structure of their business model. The very core of their business model is built to work against the customer. It's insane. It's like selling cigarettes and killing your customer. They need you to not know better. They need you to rely on them. They need to control the scope, the tech stack, the estimates, and the timeline, because the more ambiguity, the more hours they can sell. Meanwhile, you, the founder, the teacher, the nurse, the parent, you're burning money and time and faith. You wanted to make life better for others. Instead, you got sold a Ferrari engine to power a bicycle. Or a bicycle that looks like a Ferrari. And then, once the agency delivers their Frankenstein's MVP and vanishes into the night, you're left on LinkedIn posting, looking for a technical co-founder to fix what my agency built. No, friend, you didn't fail. The system and the industry is rigged effectively. So yeah, dev agencies like this, those dev agencies, not the good ones, they grind my gears. And if you can't be honest with your clients, if you can't guide instead of gouge, and if you can't build trust instead of building invoices, then get out of this industry.